What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, as you can see, we have the beautiful 2020 DRZ400 Supermoto out here at the lake today. It is Memorial Day weekend, and it is beautiful. But in today's video, we are going to talk about, is 2022 the last year of the DRZ400? So let's talk about it, guys. The DRZ400 has pretty much been around since 2000 unchanged, except for the addition of bold new graphics and of course the Supermoto, which I'm riding on right now. The DRZ started out in the year 2000 with the E model and the S model as a carbureted dual sport motorcycle, and it's pretty much remained unchanged for the last 22 years. As it remains today in 2022, the DRZ400 is really one of the most renowned and most affordable supermotos and dual sports you can get on the market that's a 400cc. Most of the other dual sports that are on the market are going to start around the $10,000 price point and kind of go up from there. This bike starts at $6,500. So really an incredible value for what you get. Yes, it's 2022. Yes, it's still carbureted, but that's okay. I think that some of the technology, the older technology in this bike kind of makes it what it is, and the raw, nature of the bike is kind of one of the big appeals for the DRZ400. Now, September timeframe is usually when we get new information on the upcoming year models for the DRZ, and generally, what is it? Bold new graphics, baby. So, are we expecting that for 2023? Well, let's talk about it. There's been some speculation that 2022 is the last year for the DRZ400. And why is that? Well, tighter regulations with emissions, moving away from pretty much carbureted engines on everything, the tightening up on the Euro standard specs. Yes, the DRZ is grandfathered in Europe, but the tightening of the laws around emissions, it may force Suzuki's hand to do something a little bit different with the DRZ. So what could Suzuki do? Well, they could follow the likes of Kawasaki with the KLX300 and do a DRZ300. That's totally possible. It would be probably down on power a little bit, but that is an option. Also, there is the Honda 300, bear with me here, I think it's the 300RL or 300L, and that's like a dual sport. Again, not a Supermoto, but you can get the Supermoto tires added, all that good stuff, but again, a 300. So Suzuki currently doesn't have a 300 in the lineup. Might they convert the DRZ to a DRZ 300? I don't know. It's very possible. Would they do away with the carburetor? Yeah, of course. They would completely redesign the bike, and it would be fuel injected and all that good stuff, and chances are it'd probably be around the 25 to 30 horsepower range. The dream, what is the dream? Well, they could do a DRZ450, and that would be freaking sweet. Would they do it? I don't know. Suzuki, if you're watching this, please do a DRZ450SM and S model. But that would be so freaking awesome. Suzuki currently has the RMZ450 and the RMZ250, and those are strictly off-road bikes. Of course, you can convert them like any dirt bike, but they're pretty much off-road. They don't have taillights, headlights, any of that stuff, so they're not dual sport motorcycles. Could Suzuki do a DRZ450? I think that would be freaking awesome. Please, Suzuki, do a DRZ450. But is this in fact the last year of the DRZ400? Well, if you get on the forums and start reading around, there's not a lot of information on the 2023 DRZ400s. Now, generally, like I said, we don't get information usually until like the September time frame, but there's sometimes leaks earlier in the year, and we are at the end of May right now, so usually we would have some sort of insight as to what's coming for the 2023 year model, and as of right now of filming this video, we do not. I'm personally speculating that 2022 is the last year for all DRZ400 models. Now, does that make me sad? Yes. But is there like a gajillion DRZs in the market now? Yes. So the bikes are going to be around for years and years and years to come if you're looking for a DRZ400 specifically. But I do believe that 2022 might be the last year we see the carbureted, grandfathered in DRZ400 all models, and that makes me a little bit sad. Now that I'm talking a little bit more out loud about it, I think coming out with a DRZ450SM or 300SM would be pretty fun, actually. It would be a very light motorcycle, very easy to ride, beginner friendly. Hopefully the cost would be really good. The KLX300 I think is only like $62.99 brand new, so it's an incredible value. So I think that would be amazing if we could get the DRZ300 at that price point. So what do I think? Is the DRZ400 still a viable motorcycle in 2022 the way it sits right now if they were to continue on into 2023 and beyond? Personally, I think it's viable, but I wish there were some things that they would absolutely update on this motorcycle. And that's just me being me. Take it for what it is. Take it for a grain of salt. I'm just being picky. Number one, I wish they would update the transmission, and I wish they would add a 6th gear. This bike does okay on the highway. Okay, not great. It really winds out about 70, 75 miles an hour. It'll go like 90, 95 if you really get into it, but it doesn't want to be at that speed. So certainly I believe that there is some viability to adding a 6th gear. People are like absolutely die-hard about the carburetor. I think it's kind of a pain in the ass changing out jets and stuff like that. You know, do an ECU tune. If this thing was fuel injected, it would be so much easier. It would probably run a little bit smoother. Longevity might theoretically be a little bit longer. Suzukis are notoriously reliable anyway, but reliability may be better with a fuel injected engine. You know, carburetors have not ridden gunk up, you know, and the jets get clogged, and there's just some weird shit that goes on with carburetors. And you know, I think that updating to fuel injection, I think would be a really good idea. Number 3, I think Suzuki could absolutely update the styling a little bit. Now, of course, it's like, you know, plastic fairings, and you can do that with like the A-Service body kits and stuff like that. But why not come from the factory with something a little bit more modern? If you look at the Hondas and the Yamahas, you're really getting a bike that's a little bit more modern looking. So it's not expensive to change out the plastics, and you know, you can absolutely do that. But come on, like, just refresh it for us a little bit. So let's talk about it, guys. What do you think about the 2023 DRZ? You think it's going to remain the same? Do you think Suzuki's finally going to change it? Drop it in the comments below. Also, if they keep it, what would you like to see changed on the bike in the upcoming iteration for 2023? Anyway, guys, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's free, helps me out a ton, and click that bell to get notified when more videos come out. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Later.